For September 1st, the shakers and movers today, I would tip my hat to CLIS for Clickstream. Clickstream has definitely been on my map for one that I've been watching for a while. Compared to some of the other stocks that were in their price range, they've definitely done well. They've went pink and they've been holding strong. With Clickstream, for their 52-week high, they're at a 0.6. For their 52-week low, they're at 0.0122. So when you look at that, they definitely have that potential where they have a lot of room to run to get back to their high, but they've been on the move, and being back on the move, they made a pretty big jump today. So jumping up 0.0205 today, they had a pretty good shift. That shift might be that shift that gets them off the bottom. They had a volume close to 1 million with Clickstream. Right now, they finished the day at 0.105, finishing where they did for that. Looking at the week, they're definitely up on their week. Looking at the monthly, when you look at the monthly, maybe we found a bottom on them. The question is, are they going to pump back up and dump back down, or are they going to stay on this rise? If they stay on this rise and they get through a resistance, you might possibly see them continue to rise up, where maybe they head towards that 0.144 mark. So if they can head up towards 15 cents, they might be on the move where over the next couple months you could see this pump and dump a couple times. I think if you saw the pump and dump, it's definitely going to be probably around, I would say, if they get up there towards like 13.5 cents, 14 cents, you're going to see a little hill there. Once they get up around 17 cents, you'll see another little hill. And once they can break out past 20 cents and they can double up here, they can get past the 20 cent mark and head towards 25 cents. You could see a significant gain past 25 cents. One of the reasons I say that is because if you look at the 6-month mark and you look at where they were last March and you start to head forward for 6 months, right now we're in September. You look at March of 2022, looking at March of 2022, that you could have a triple play here, be back at 3 times where they were. And I think they have that potential to do that. They definitely have the growth. So if you look at February 18th, 2021 at 0.485, being close to that 50 cent mark, I would say that they continue on the trend they're trending, that by 2022 you could see them head up past that 50 cent mark, possibly towards that 75 cent mark. May 19th, 2020, they were at a quarter. So when you look at that and then you go forward to the next March in 2021 and you start to look towards that 40 cent mark, I would say that come this March, if they continue on their trend that they're trending, you could see them towards that 50 cent mark. So in 6 months, this might be a 5 times play, but once again, it's the market, so it's hard to judge where the market's going, how anything can go. But this one definitely has the revenue that could come in from it. If you're looking at a 5-year mark, then if you're looking at a long hold play and it takes them some time, you can definitely see your 5 cents probably come back to $1. So 5 times to 10 times play over 5 years, I would say they're going to continue to gradually increase. If you go back and you look at April 16th, 2012, Clickstream, they're at $30. So maybe you play this one for 10 years out, from 2021 to 2031. And if you did that, and if they could get back to that $30 mark in 10 years, you would have a 300 times play if you thought of it that way. And once again, this is just an opinion. This is a perception. Just looking at the market strategies, how things are moving, looking at long plays. Make sure you do your research. One of the research things that you can do, one of the homeworks, you can check into this PayPal. You know, it's definitely something that's been launched. It's in its beta. Launching through its beta over the last 7 months, it's done pretty well. Look into Nifter. Once again, these are subsidiaries. Like, check into the things that are linked to some of these. So, WinQuick is another one. And once again, you know, this is looking at applications and the stuff that they're into. This is worldwide. So, this isn't just one strategic location or one area. This is something that with Clickstream, they're definitely involved in stuff that's worldwide, and it's on a mobile use where it can touch a broad band of different people in different places. So when you're looking at something that can hit the economy and reach all sorts of places, this one definitely has that potential where their market cap, you know, they're at 9 million on finance, but if they continue on their trajectory, like I said, you could definitely see this becoming one of those, you know, if they get to the place that they're going 300 times later, you can do the math, they're definitely going to increase. And with this one, you can definitely see them looking at some of their charts. When we go back, they're reporting close around like the Russell Index. Make sure you look at like the Russell 3000, things like that. Take some of these factors into play where the charts move. You know, it's going to pump up and pump down, but there's going to be ups and downs, and they're there for a reason through these cycles. So that way, you know, if they get their name on certain charts, they can definitely grab a hold of a lot of people. And if their volume continues to increase, you could see a lot more days like this where they go up 2 cents. And going up 2 cents for 25% today, that's a pretty big move. So I had to tip my hat to Clickstream for getting through some of this resistance. You know, a couple of things popped out on the 5-minute chart to me. And I think that they may like do a little flux back and forth. But I think if they can stay on this trend, and I think that if they found their bottom at probably 8 cents, I would say their bottom being 8 cents to 10 cents, I would expect them maybe to continue on that upward trend. A couple other things. So if we touch base on BSSP and BLUU, I think they're kind of finding their walls. BLUU kind of, it hasn't touched 2 cent or 0.0002, but it's hit this 0003, and it's kind of hit that as like its bottom, and it'll go back up to 0004. So I think with them, they're definitely kind of touching back and forth, where I think that this might be that wall where they kind of stay, and if anything, hopefully they can find a way to move up in their chart. But BLUU, once again, you know, it's a holding company, it's a shell yet. It's, you know, everybody's waiting to see if they could go pink. BSSP, another one, you know, it's kind of got its wall going right now between 0009 and 0011. If they can keep their wall going. You saw the volume slightly increase from yesterday with BSSP. With BSSP, like I said, if they can hold this at 0.0011, it would be great for them. but there's a lot of resistance barriers where going forward, if you're not able to get the trades in, not able to buy on E-Trade, you can only sell it or close. TradeStation, Schwab. Make sure you do your due diligence. Make sure you're checking into what you're investing, where you're investing. There's plenty of places out there. You're just going to have to take and find out what's best for you, what's best for what you're trying to invest in. Check into everything coming out with the markets and the deadlines, and make sure you do your research behind, Pink's OTC, the difference between the NASDAQ, just there's so much research to do on these stocks if you're investing in them. So make sure you do yourself a favor and check into all these things before you just sign up with a company and you start trying to buy shares, because you might sign up with a company or with a platform and you might think that you might go drop some money somewhere in one of these places, think that you can go buy a bunch of shares, and then find out that you can't buy shares there because you didn't know what was really going on in the marketplace, which is why some of this stuff is happening, because so many people are just not doing their research, and really it's protecting the people that just have no clue what they're doing. And it's, for some, I think, especially in my perspective, it's just making those people, those companies that have been sitting there not reporting for a long time, it's making more people go legit. So, there's different ways to look at this. So, I think in one way it's pretty cool because it's making companies actually report stuff in a way now where you can really see how legit a company is. Some modest moves today, I think, with NextEra Energy. They had a pretty good day. They were up, I want to say like $1 here. So, XSPA, they've been back on this trajectory where they're starting to incline and stay green. IBIO, they're another one that's staying green. Bore Drilling, they're another one that's staying green. Their volume, they have they're moving over 1 million, but it might not be as high as the other ones. If you look at like the 52-week highs, you could see a double in the bottom three. With NEE, they've been at this steady pace where they've been staying under their 52-week high. So they're one that I think the NEE has been on my chart where they're due for a breakout, and if they have a breakout, I could see them definitely going up over 100, and they might make a move. And once again, we're in September of 2021. You have to look at everything going on in the economy, where everything is. You have to look at all the funding sources. So if there was a breakout in the market, I would say that, if we get through October and see where we're at there, you get into November, you start getting reportings, you get through New Year's in 2022, you move towards March, and then you move towards those indexes come June. You could definitely see over the next 6 months some major moves in the market. Some of these companies are going to go up, some of them are going to go down. So make sure you do your research on this stuff. WTII, I said yesterday I thought that they could probably be at like 0.0143. They ended up tapping 0.0149. I thought they had a pretty good day, even though they finished in the red and finished down 0002. I think that they did a solid day, and I would expect them to kind of do the same thing tomorrow and finish out the week strong. I would really look at this one heading forward. Plug Power, Fuel Cell Energy, definitely staying green. Plug had a solid day at $1. These ones, that they definitely have that potential. they're definitely carrying volume on an average. You know, they're carrying that modest volume where every day they're turning. So I think these two definitely have that potential to keep going. Like I said, WTII, you know, going into the future, you're looking at another 6 months, you know, see where they are. Look at some of these subsidiaries in these companies, what they can tap into, potential links, mergers, acquisitions. Look at all this stuff. Look at stock buybacks. Look at reverse mergers. Make sure you check into your information, know what you're getting into with some of these companies. And like I said, you know, I had to tip my hat though. I made this video basically for Clickstream, just to make them aware for people that haven't even really looked into them. And I just want to put this back up there. So like WinQuick, check into that. Nifter, HeyPal, you go into those and, you know, do some research on, you know, what Clickstream's really doing, what they're involved in, and depending on your part of the world, you might be interested in what they're getting into. So once again, I'm not a financial advisor, I'm not a stockbroker, I'm just a blue-collar worker trying to pay it forward, put some information out there, put some more information out about stocks, the smaller stocks, some of the stuff that, you know, average people might be able to afford to invest into for a long-term, 10-year, you know, up and beyond, you know, your average 401k or something else, something that you might have control of investing in. So this gives you some leads to kind of go do your research and pay it forward to yourself to do some learning and learn about some of these companies and what might potentially be coming out in your area. So I hope everyone has a good day. Hopefully for September 2nd, hopefully we see some upward trends in all the markets. That way everyone can make a little bit. So I hope we all make something, and then good luck to everybody.